सो हेलो गाइस, आज मेरे साथ एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग पर्सनालिटी है. ही इज अ लीडरशिप कोच. ही हैज बीन हैंडलिंग alumni chapters. He had been a cat mentor also. He had been a mentor for me at various stages whenever I have felt low. He's just one of the amazing people who I look after also. I want Mr. Nakul to introduce himself because he has done a lot of work and I cannot actually quantify it. और अगर मैं बताऊंगा भी तो बहुत छोटे में वो रह जाएगा. So Nakul ji, over to you. Please introduce yourself to the audience.
Thank you, Tushar. Thank you so much. So, guys, I've been into mindset coaching for the last 10 years now. I've been studying all top and successful people, and I basically, decode their belief systems, how they're operating. And I was fortunate enough to work in the MBA preparation area as well. So here we are just connecting, I guess, with I would try to share some golden strategies what my students have used, and they have cracked the exam. So I'll be very authentic and transparent here. So please feel free on that line. So it's been like 10 to 12 years of personal development journey for me. So I've been in touch with almost 10,000 plus students by now, and have really tried my best to impact them. And yeah, so we'll do the same here. We'll try to share whatever I have learned which can impact your journey moving ahead.
So very interesting thing about Nakul ji is कि whenever I felt low कि मुझे किसी person को reach out करना चाहिए, so one of the top 3 people were Nakul. Anytime I felt कि हाँ मुझे किसी से I'm not able to speak to someone about something, may it be relationships, may it be my preparation, may it be my job or anything, I always try and reach out to Nakul because he never says no whenever it comes to helping the community or comes to helping people. और सिर्फ मैं ही नहीं, मेरे जैसे like Nakul ji mentioned around 10,000 students. I guess they are increasing daily. I have seen your recent seminars and all. So yes, Nakul ji, you have been a guiding light for me, and I hope people will also resonate with it. Or one more thing which I want to tell all the people, that Nakul ji जो कह रहे थे कि they have mentored, they have been in the cat the mentor journey. वहां पे I have alongside me there were people who converted XLRI, who converted IIMs, top IIMs, including me. I converted IIM Bangalore. So the insights which Nakul ji will give, they will be very helpful. So kind audience, again a request कि आपको कोई डाउट होता है तो then put it into the comments. We will try and personally solve them. So Nakul ji, the very first question is, I know your journey, but I want कि आप अपनी journey को थोड़ा brief में हमारी audience के लिए बताएं. And what I want specifically from you is your troubles, because I believe जो troubles and failures होते हैं, they are the biggest teachers for us in our life. So yeah, please.
Correct. So I'll just start. So I started my graduation from SRM University in 2009. In 2013, I graduated. From there, I've been pursuing entrepreneurship as my hardcore belief. And I always had this thing in my mind after the graduation that there is a need of great leaders in the system for sure. And I've been thriving for it last 10 to 12 years. And I've been happy that at least I am able to see some 10-15 great people coming out of my journey so far, who have again been to XLRI and are leading some multinational companies now. And to add more, so I also got into many other things. I started entrepreneurship. I was with Career Launcher. When I was with Career Launcher, so one thing hit my mind, there are so many students studying for MBA, but there are only particular people who are able to qualify. So I used to, decode that and sit with them and understand where they are missing it. So if you see, there are a couple of strategies which I would be sharing in the probably at the end of the video. So please be on the video and listen to it in a very careful manner, because I will share at least 2-3 golden rules which I have learned from billionaires, which can be and directly being implemented in your preparation journey, and you can make it very big out of this. So that's about it. And then I started helping students for MBA preparation. I came out of Career Launcher, and then I started helping these people. And there were very clear-cut patterns across the preparation journey, and they're being selected to the universities and top institutions. And then SRM acquired me for helping them build their alumni relations. So from 2017 to 21, I was with them, and then again certain kind of consulting projects came into picture. Then I was with IIT Madras back then. I was helping one of the professors based startup there. And now I'm into freelancing, and I help people coach to be on their top 1% journey. Yeah, that's what I've been doing for the last 12 years now.
Amazing, Nakul ji. So when you talk about mindset and leadership, these are one of the key factors when it comes to CAT exam, because जब मैं CAT खुद लिख रहा था, it was more about decision making. How do you pick up the right question? So how do you translate these things into real life also? What is the importance of mindset, leadership, and
Yeah.
decision making when it comes to real life and also cat exams like cat.
Correct. So I would like to start with some golden rule which you all can use from now and surely have a higher probability to crack the exam. So one golden rule which I learned recently and I've been implementing and seeing growth in my life as well. It says only do the highest priority task. So while being in the preparation of CAT exam and ZAT exams, please be away from distractions because that is the major reason why people are not able to successfully crack the exams. Then second is always have the the integrity or the mindset to understand this CAT exam may lead to your higher version of your life or what
Correct.
you are dreaming around. If you're able to connect these two things, this current CAT exam and the highest purpose, you will have more particular attention to deliver better there. And then another thing which I have learned on the ground of this preparation is attempt all these old question papers and the mock series. These are very much important. Any student I've seen who has qualified the exam, they have used this strategy for sure. So let me repeat that. Focus on only highest priority tasks. Connect your current CAT or ZAT exams or whatever exam you're doing to your highest purpose in life. How this one exam could change your whole 360-degree of your life. And then the third thing was around preparation part. So stay focused, do all these previous years question paper and focus on the mock test series because these are two things which will help you go better in your journey and make you aware that where you are standing right now. So these three
Correct.
pointers I would like to give right now.
So again, coming back to the question about leadership, decision making, how this values translate into real life alongside CAT exam. So can you put some light
Oh,
onto it?
yes. So see, if you see all these top people in the system right now, even for you, Tusharji, if I remember, when you were
Yeah.
switching from another top college to IIM Bangalore,
Yeah.
I understood there's a very common pattern with all of us. The common pattern lies is you have to be driven by your gut feeling. That is also very very important. You take example of this Tesla or Elon Musk. All these big ventures, big decisions are
Hmm.
taken on intuition and gut feeling. That is very important. And the second thing which I can give you is don't take decisions on very emotional level or don't operate on a very emotional grounds. Like I remember one of my student who was preparing for CAT. One night before he received a call from his father, and his father says that, hey guy, here's my friend, his child got placed in a very good package, 30-40 lakh rupees now. What you are
Correct.
doing time pass. And with that one phone call, his next day exam got spoiled. So I guess we have to be very constant with our emotions here before even going for exams because that is where it will help you. Now, keeping more decisions in mind, I guess one more important thing which all leaders do is they don't fall in a trap of regret. You
Hmm.
have made a decision. I guess you have to marry the decisions. Don't think that you take a decision A and then regret why didn't I follow up with A or what. No, once the decision is done, that is done. No regret policy. So I guess these two three principles, if we can use it, the first one was basically nothing but the intuition based decisions. Second was don't be emotionally dismanaged or mismanaged. Be very constant. If somebody is saying something, listen to them. Don't get up and down with your emotions on that particular statement because let those statement doesn't define your life, है ना? And I
Correct.
guess third one was don't get into regret zone. And
Hmm.
another golden rule, Tushar, which I would like to share and I'm sharing with all my audience right now is all the successful people in the world are actually taking work from their mind and all the poor people are being controlled by their mind. So
Correct.
that is the difference you can see in the 95% of the audience and those 5% leaders in the world. All these
Hmm.
leaders give the direction to the brain. Like I remember the guy who made it to XLRI, he was very particular with one thing. I used to tell him this particular topic should be done, practice these question. And next time he will meet me after being committed with a lot of things, he will make sure that that part of the work is done and no excuse. He will never give excuse around it, है ना? So I guess these are a couple of important lessons I have seen in this journey of leadership and CAT preparation. Yeah,
Hmm.
over to you, Tushar.
So, like, I do this podcast because I get to learn a lot. Like, the things which you mentioned are gold for me because I have been following this, made in my startup, made in my CAD journey, and so the next questions which I personally want to learn from you is what is the importance of having a mentor in life, and how does it help you to better your vision?
So I guess Tushar, this is what I wanted to raise maybe after our second question. I guess the role of a mentor cannot be defined in words, I would say. Let me share one example, which is not on the cat line, which is more on a business leadership line. So recently, I was hearing this podcast by Dr. Ritesh Malik, who's the one of the Shark Tank,
Right.
and he has sold his startup to Oyo Rooms for 200 crore rupees. So he was telling a powerful thing about being having a mentor in his life. He said, I wrote almost 50 emails to Paytm founder, and later one of the email he replied and they met and he accepted him as his mentee. So he's taking probably mentorship from this Paytm founder, and he proudly says that in on all his podcasts. But he also says that when one time he needed a help from him, so he wanted to set up an space in somewhere a posh area, which is the highest revenue generation co-working space for him. He required a 50 lakh rupee money to get started with that space. And he phoned up and he wrote an email to Paytm founder. He said, I'm looking for a funds for 7 days, which is around 50 lakh rupees. And I will return this amount in a short period of 7 days time. And he said, next day I got the money and that place has made huge money for me. So that is one part on the professional journey. Now, if you see on the CAD preparation journey, I believe the role a mentor can play, especially you all have to be very careful. All these people who are preparing for CAT is whenever you go to any coaching institute, you are just a product for them. They are a service provider. They are not so focused and dedicated about your preparation. And that is where the loophole you have to find out and start working with a mentor who has already crossed this journey or who
Correct.
has already cracked great exams. And then what happens, they can share their experience, you can utilize their pluses and minuses, and you can get better results. So let me share one example how my mentorship journey helped somebody who made it to XLRI. So when there was a Diwali vacation like this, Diwali was around and I went my home. I was mentoring him very closely for 90 days.
Hmm.
Every day we'll meet, every day we'll track the progress, and this is how we were operating. So I just visited my home for a Diwali vacation, and I came to know when I'm back, this guy is totally into uh, getting into smoking and wasting his lot of time on emotional things, listening to deep broken songs and drinking sometimes a day. And when I came back, I came to know about this. I said, boss, we have to be on the track. Let's stay focused on the goals. No smoking, no drinking. Once you crack the exam, we'll go and do a party, but this should not come during your preparation now. So that is the
Hmm.
role of a mentor. When I came into picture, he came back on the track, and from there on, I guess it was around 20-25 days for cat, similar position like now, right? So he was focused, and then he was able to make it to a XLRI by cracking that exam. So that is where the role of a mentor comes in. So you go off the track, the mentor knows what are the correction you should take and how you should target your goals very clearly. That is where your mentor plays a major role. So I hope I put it in both contexts. One is of professional journey and one is on the CAT preparation side.
Actually, again, that was very gold for me because I'm again seeking for mentors for my startup. One is definitely you, and still I'm searching for more. I want to talk about what are the daily mindset habits one should build, maybe in a normal life which is living, maybe for a job or maybe for CAT preparation or business. What should be one's the habits to develop his mindset for growth, particularly for growth?
Yes. So there are two, three principles which I would share, which I have used personally in my life and which has surely given me a 360-degree shift.
Hmm.
So one is basically this mindfulness technique, which again helps you stay focused on the tasks you're doing. So at least you can try 5 to 10 minute meditation or mindfulness, visualization in your life,
Hmm.
which really gets you focused on the current situation. Like for example, during this journey of what we have seen in this digital era, we get into this panic state a lot.
Right.
Something happens and we get overthinking, procrastination, and we destroy our journey ahead towards our goals. So I guess mindfulness is one thing. Even my clients from USA and Canada, when I work with them, they seek this. They're saying that we are sitting on a top position, but mindfulness is one concept we really want to inculcate in ourselves. So this is where we work with them on mindset. So start a 5-10 minutes mindfulness journey. Maybe take a walk in the grass, meditate outside, give yourself body a grounding method, or even for before the session I sat for a grounding meditation for 5 minutes, which helps me deliver better here. Correct. This
Hmm.
is one thing. Second thing is having a learning attitude. So start watching at least some good podcasts in a week
Hmm. Hmm.
and try to finish at least some good books. So I made sure I just finished one book right now, The Diary of a CEO, which has around 33 laws people have used in their life, and they have got success. So books are very powerful way. Mentors are very powerful people. You should have them in your close network. Whenever you're in problem, you should go and reach out to them. So two things for now. One is for sure the mindfulness. The second one is a reading book or podcast. And the third one I should say is being into gratitude. Gratitude is
Mm.
so powerful. I myself have seen so many magics happening around me by just practicing gratitude. Okay. So these are three things for now. For I would say Tushar. Maybe I will add if I get more things in my mind. But obviously this is one thing, and I guess fourth one could be around time blocking, which is very important for
Mm.
CAT preparation people. Time blocking is like crazy. I've seen in top people, if you have some commitment, you have to make sure that commitment gets done first, because our mind is like that. It's a monkey mind sitting here. It jumps on things. Once you get into reels in Instagram, you just keep scrolling. So make sure you're able to keep yourself away from all these distractions in life. And
Mm.
that is where I also use a very golden rule given by a billionaire, which is called 96 by 4% rule. So this rule
Okay.
says 96% thing in our setup, in our surrounding, are just distractions, and 4% things are only there which are highly meaningful towards your goal. So make sure you do only those highest meaningful tasks in your day.
Correct.
So don't get into any gossips, don't get into fightings or any debates for now at least. If you are in cat preparation is a golden period for you all. Stay focused on what can get you there. That should be the game. That's all. Yeah. Yeah, Tushar, please over to you.
So the very interesting thing which you were talking about is gratitude. And I
Yeah.
also believe in giving gratitude, and it immensely helps. For our audience, what is gratitude exactly? Because people don't even know how to define gratitude and
Okay,
how
awesome.
should we practice.
Awesome, Tushaji. So this is wonderful idea. I guess you have shared. So what I do basically every morning, and I will also tell you the magic behind it, what has happened with me, so that maybe one day you can also reconnect in your life journey. है ना? So every morning, whenever I'll wake up, I'll start giving gratitude to God, because for this new life, for this new day with full of opportunities, with a day full of positive people around me, and to my magic, I've seen great things happening. If I take a ride, I'll find a great driver there who's doing good entrepreneurship, and we will have a great time chatting with each other. I have seen because of this gratitude. So another thing which I follow in my gratitude journey is, so gratitude in terms of it's equal to saying thank you to universe or thank you to people around me, right? So in that context, I do this exercise on every Sundays. I pick out 4 5 members in my list who have helped me in some way or the other in life, and just drop them a thank you note. And I did this multiple time with a particular person sitting in Chennai. So in 2024, I had a contract to join in Chennai, and I messaged him ki, hey, I'm in Chennai. Can you help me in finding some good accommodation? And to my surprise, within 24 hours, I got a place which is like a 5 crore rupee bungalow to stay at no down payment. And I was like, oh my god, you are crazy, man. And they didn't ask me any down payment, so I had to pay the money after only 1 month, which is also a very genuine amount. And I was very fortunate enough to be there in the great association of people. So this is how manifestation works, or this gratitude works. So if you want to live X kind of a life, and you do more of gratitude, if it is into the positive state, whatever you're trying to achieve, universe gives you that in abundance. And that's what happened with me. The place I'm trying to say where I landed up is nothing but Hare Krishna movements, ISKCON ka basically a
Mhm.
hostel community. I was with around the devotees there, doing spirituality, doing my own consulting projects. So I was very happy. And all happened because of this gratitude messages I was doing. So that's how life operates, I believe. Yeah, please. Over to you, Tushaji. Yeah.
That's amazing. That was a great answer, actually. Now, coming on to one of the major aspects is like since there are very few days left for CAT and people start feeling burnout because they have been
Yeah.
preparing a lot and they at this point they feel that my mock score are not improving. I'm getting the scores are getting stagnated and they don't know how to motivate themselves or inspire themselves to do more and how to do more.
Yeah.
So, any thoughts on that?
Yes. So I guess this is where you have to start winning your mind for sure. So next, whatever few days you have in mind right now, even your scores are going up and down. But just remember, the basic rule is here, it is not your daily scores, it is the progress you are doing every single day. So imagine you attempted a mock test. Whatever, after a mock test, there's a pattern. Okay, you attempted a mock test, you do a 3 hour review of the test, and then you reach out to your mentor and you work with them. What areas I can improve? You take up that area, invest 1 or 2 hours or 5 hours there, and then do another test on the next particular day and see the growth. So idea here is not to compare your journey or your mocks whenever it is happening again. So maintain your emotions in a very very drastic manner here, because emotions will play a major role in our the d-day decisions. So what I would say is, don't judge yourself, don't keep yourself underconfident, just follow a process. So everyone who has cracked exam as a topper, like even Tusharji, you or somebody else, they have followed a pattern. Don't get into this emotional drain kind of thing. Just keep preparing and see whether you are at least growing by 1% every day. That should be your mindset here. Don't aim for suddenly getting great percentile. And the major game here happens here is, the people who are preparing, 95% people will drop out.
Correct.
So your competition is not that huge people who are writing exam. Your only competition is those people who are preparing day and night. So just stay focused. Just see, another thing I will tell here on a personal ground is, if you have decided that you want to make it to cat, I guess your whole focus should be around cat only. Don't get distracted. Okay, 25 days is there, I will prepare my best, I will do my best. Results comes, very good. Results doesn't come, I'll go to my mentor and I'll take their opinion, what should I do. Okay, that is as simple as that. Don't get into that emotional trap of I'm not doing well, I'm not feel like doing it because my mock scores are not coming good. No, don't judge yourself like that. Stay focused on this journey of preparation. That is the only concept I should give here. Yeah.
Amazing.
So I hope I answered it, Tusharji. Yeah. So
Yeah.
idea is not to stop. Keep going until the day happened. Once the day has happened, then you close your books, stay calm for a few days, then prepare for next exam. As simple as that. Okay. No need to
Definitely.
get emotional. Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. I also believe hard work alongside consistency is the key to crack anything, may it be an exam
Yeah.
or may it be a real life problems. You mentioned about
So
spirituality. Yes.
yeah. So I will add something here about a person I met who has got 100% marks in all exams. Obviously, he was preparing for multiple times. So why I'm sharing this experience, because this guy came to us and he told a simple strategy. He said, "See, all these exam I've got 100 percentile because of a particular reason. I did all two test series of mock test, all 20-year old question paper." And he says, if you calculate this itself, this is a huge question bank. So if you
Correct.
calculate this 100 question each, right? 20 mock tests, 20 each, 4,000 question base, and probably 20 years of question bank. Again, so 6,000 question if you do clearly, you have a huge question bank sitting here, whereas there's a higher probability to get all these at least 40-50% of these questions in your cat exam.
Hmm.
So that is how you should play the game here. And then I'll go to the next question you were asking, Tusharji, around spirituality. Can you please come up again? What you wanted to say around spirituality? Yeah.
So, importance of spirituality in your life, like from your example, how had spirituality helped you?
Yeah, so I guess when we all have these days where we are, high on the day and maybe a down on a day, I guess spirituality is one thing which has surely helped me. Like I remember when I was in my young time, during my preparation of these colleges and all. So I had a very tough time, but when I started doing spiritual processes and following little bit of chanting and all, I could actually connect myself to the highest purpose. And to be frank, I was stuck in life one time. I was literally in a loop. I was into some relationship issue, and then I was trying to understand why it is happening. And luckily, I picked up somehow this summary of a Bhagavad Gita in English or Hindi, I believe. I still have that copy of it. So it's a 12-minute video. It says it very clearly that you will be put into challenges in your life, and if you can come out of it and follow your higher purpose, I guess you're sorted. So these challenges are all by designed by a universe. If you are on a spiritual angle, if you can understand these, all what is happening in your life is currently just testing you, is to make you better in life. I guess you can handle them in a much better way. That's how it is. So I guess surely spirituality leads us in a very very beautiful manner. Like here again, Tusharji, you are sitting at some place and we are sitting at some place, and our audience is across the globe. So this is what spirituality give us a great picture. See, so many people are connected together. We are learning from each other, and that is the foundation of spirituality. It is not driven by I see, if we are driven by our what we say conditioned brain. So that's how the human nature is. So I
Mm,
would also keep myself back by not sharing good content with you. I'll say, okay, let these people come to me, then I'll share good content. No. But when we operate on a spiritual angle or as a spiritual soul, I guess the competition goes for a toss. We can just be very open and share all the content with each other. So that is what I wanted to add on this line, Tusharji. Yeah. Thank you on that.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was helpful, actually, really helpful, because I also have been stuck in many times in my life, and every point when I was stuck had turned into something which is had been defining point in my life, made before cat, made before my job,
Yeah.
So yeah, like I believe spirituality does have some kind of role to play in our life, not only for God per se, spirituality, but learning from each other is also kind of spirituality, and giving back
Yes.
gratitude again is a thing. Okay, we are almost at the end of the podcast, and I want to hear two very brief questions. One is about life lessons, and one is about cat lessons. So we'll first
Okay.
take the life lessons which you have learned, and we'll end on the note of about the cat lessons.
Correct. So if you talk about life, Tusharji, and the audience sitting here, I guess my whole context to all these people listening to this is always connect to your highest purpose of life, because this is where we will all win in the best way. Because see, I was talking to a monk. Okay, let me add it like this. I hope it will help somewhere. So I was talking to this monk and sitting in Mathur village, which is a Sanskrit village. So I was talking to him and I was asking. I meet a lot of students and they face this issue of depression and other things and all. What is the root cause? And I remember he gave a beautiful answer. He says, we all treat life that it is permanent. The moment you start treating life that it is impermanent, meaning that we will go one day from here, you will actually see a very different angle of life from your point of view. You will start seeing and connecting things in a much beautiful manner, right? So I guess this is what he added there is. So I guess we have to have this recall value in our mind that we are all impermanent. We all have limited time on this earth. So let's stay focused in the best form, in the best energy towards our highest purpose. So God has designed us all for a purpose. Imagine this mobile phone or a laptop being designed for our own purpose on this earth. So if you could just get aligned towards it, I guess that is where life will be more beautiful for all of us. So this is the answer I would like to give on the life lesson side. Obviously, I have a huge list of lessons. We can connect on this, maybe post CAT
Definitely,
exams and
cat
discuss
exam,
about
yeah.
it. Yeah. So around CAT, I would say from my learning experience, it is very much crackable. It is very much doable, but be constant. As I mentioned, don't give charge to your mind to operate on you.
Mhm.
You take the charge of your mind. As I mentioned, all successful people do that. See, luck and fate is not in our hand, but what is in our hand is our execution. And one more thing I would say, if you have this clarity about what areas you're doing good, at least try to shift your focus on things which are not happening so good with you, right? So imagine you are good in aptitude and you are good in data interpretation. Then at least have your little focus on verbal ability, because if you can shift your focus towards your weaknesses here, I'm not asking totally focus on your weaknesses, but at least for the you know exam to get cracked, I guess all these three areas must contribute in a positive manner. And I've seen people where they have failed usually is usually I've seen this pattern. Okay, I'm not declaring it as a pattern, but I'm observed it, right? People who are good with aptitude and data interpretation, they might not be good with verbal, and that is where your whole average of the exams goes down. But if you can focus on all these three areas in a good manner, I guess there's a very high-fi chance that you can crack it up. So this is what I would say as a takeaway from my point of view of preparing in the CAT exam. And don't let your mind play emotional games here, because
Mhm.
see, the role of mind sitting here, we call it as a monkey brain. It has the role to distract you in life. It is not designed to give growth to us. It is designed to be in the comfort zone. So you every day you have to do fight with it. So whenever your mind says, let me take some rest, let me drop off from preparation, start probably dejecting this mind. So that is where I guess the journey is. People who win the CAT exams and other exams, so you have to start fighting with your little brain sitting here who wants to drop out some other day. Yeah, probably stay focused on this emotional part, because this is how many of us mess up with our life. है ना?
Correct.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was a very good answer, because it was one time in my second cat attempt where, because I was not able to control my emotions, I have lost a whole year. into that attempt,
Yeah.
and after that connected with you. So yeah, again, emotions do play a big role, and I strongly believe one should have a control on them and not the either way. Like emotions should not control you, because if that is the
Yes.
case, then probably you will lose something which you have been preparing for a long time. And yes, the things which you give are actually nothing but part of growth mindset, which I believe. And one
Yes.
should definitely practice this. So again, Nakulji, thank you so much for coming to the podcast. And like, I'm really grateful for having you as a mentor in my life. And I hope
Yeah.
the audience also picks up some points. And if any of the audience have any doubt, please put it in the comment. On the
Yeah.
last thought, any last minute advice which you want to give to the audience?
Yes, yes. Actually, I wanted to stop you for that only. So I believe, Tusharji, having a mentor at this moment will surely help you. So just don't go and rush for a mentor. You see who can help you in this moment, and I'm sure a right mentor can play a major role in your life. Because see, 95% people who stop preparing or who drop off are just dropping off because they also have same potential, but they don't have a right mentor in their life. And that is where, they lose the confidence and there's nobody to push them up or give them directions. And that is where we lose the game. So I would say if a mentor can give you time, I guess that is $1 million worth it. You go and talk to a mentor, get yourself, crack this cat exam and live your life in a best way, and keep growing. That is my message to all of you. Don't just lose the game because you don't have a mentor. I guess even I myself, a few days back, I have a mentor in Chennai. He called me up for some really good thing about me. So what I'm trying to convey, mentor is somebody who will always think good about you and your growth. So this is one thing for sure every successful person do in their life. So all the best wishes on this line, and I would say go and rock this journey. Don't wait for a right time. Just take the charge and make it big. Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Nakulji.
Tusharji.
Thank you.
Keep
Thank you
rocking.
so much again. And I hope to get more learnings from you. It is not limited till here. It is for the long time, for the lifetime I have you as my mentor. And yes, we'll be definitely getting in touch, discuss more on spirituality and other concepts also, post CAT
For sure.
exam. Looking forward for
Paka.
another podcast soon.
Sure. Take care. Take care, everyone. Bye bye. All the best
Bye. Thank
wishes.